Yeah, my friends who used to call in, they moved. They don't live in the city anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Can people stream this?
Oh, yeah. Did BAVC.org. It's under public access, 76 streaming.
Oh, yeah. Leon, do you work in elementary?
Yes.
Uh-oh. I guess we can... We'll let Fabian be on the show, too.
Yeah, I don't like doing that because I broke one of those this time.
It just took down right now.
Oh, crap.
Now I can't.
Let me see. Oh, yeah, I just force it up. Look up Jennifer real quick.
That was good.
Yeah?
Yeah. And then go to copy cam real quick.
Yeah. Maybe I should lower myself because I'm always
It's
taller
on the other
taller
side.
than my
It's
guest.
on your left. There you go.
Okay. Yeah.
Should I zoom out a little bit, or do you think it's...
I'll zoom out, maybe so the shoulder get cut out.
Yeah.
I thought that looked pretty good. Okay. Yeah. And Fabian's right here.
Yeah.
Alright, have a good show.
Thank you.
Did you? Yeah, you
Hit
did
record.
Oh, you're good. You don't have to press anything.
Okay. Yay. And there's the clock, so we'll be doing it for 22 minutes.
Okay.
And it's call in, so we're gonna turn up that. Buenas noches. Bonsoir. Guten Abend. Was noch? Hoy es viernes. Friday, the day of Venus. Planet Glee. Planet Glee is here. Has spun around, come back, and is here right now. And you know what? We are so blessed to have a guest. And dum-de-dum, there I am. I always make some mistake on the show, but not always. Well, most of the time. But anyway, yes. Welcome to Planet Glee. It is a show. I used to say it's a show about healing. Well, it is a show about healing, but it's also a show about how we're going to make it to 2012, because we're going to make it there. It's only, 3 months away. And I don't know, it's like somehow I feel that there's going to be some change in between these, something happening in these 3 months, and I'm not sure what it is, and throughout 2012, I think, meanwhile, Planet Glee is kind of exploring that. We've been on since November of 2007. So, we've been thinking about 2012 for a long time, and it's so close now that it's kind of like, wow, okay, where are we going? We as in the world, we as in Planet Glee, we as in the Earth, as the Earth, and so forth and so on. So, I'm pleased that, and I hope you will be too, and you can call in at any time, by the way. It's a call-in show, 861-6648, but maybe you want to see our esteemed guest. What do you think, Fabian? Okay. Well, I know you have something else to say, Fabian.
I am Fabian Fox. Would you like a cafe au lait?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Go out and get one, Fabian. We'll see you later. Okay. Esteemed guest. Planet Glee always has an esteemed guest. Always. If it's not Fabian, it's someone else. And we're so fortunate tonight to have, and I will switch over to so that you can see him. There he is.
Good to be here. Good
Yeah.
to definitely be here.
Thank you, Leon.
Oh, you're welcome. Definitely an honor to be here.
All right. Thank you. Now, walking in the BAVC today, you told me that you have a degree from San Francisco State
Yes.
in cinema, right?
Yes.
How many films have you made, or do you?
Right now, I've done, say like 15, 16. Well, it's just, I wouldn't say like movies, I would say videos of different things, documentaries. Whether it be like a narrative, it was a reenactment, Do the Right Thing, the scene where Ray Raheem comes into the station, into the pizza shop and basically play loud music and got his radio busted. Another one I did was called Lost, and basically it was about me getting lost. I actually got lost. I just came from Berlin Heights, and I got lost in Berlin Heights, and I started filming it, and basically this idea came up of me just filming it and putting music behind it. My friend, she went to San Francisco State with me. She had some music, and I basically put the idea together. Just me, just walking around, and with words, just pretty much talking about crazy stuff, and did other videos with, whether it be for these football players that trying to make it to NFL, other ones about this guy who talked about being a gentleman. He has a book about being a gentleman. Another story about this Martin Luther. He's a singer out of Oakland, and just different things. I'm writing a screenplay right now, so that's in the works.
Wow.
So.
All those things that you talked about seem so interesting. I used to live in Bernal Heights for a long time. Where'd you get lost?
I got lost on where Persina at, because my friend, he lives on where does he live? He lives off where the 67 line goes, and I thought I could walk up there, and I figured out after a while I couldn't just walk up there and find it. Like, it was just, I really got lost. Like, I just took a bus, whatever bus I could find. I got back to 24 Mission and left. It was crazy.
Yeah, and then the documentary about what was the one about the man?
Yeah, about the gentleman.
Yes. What was that about?
His name is Eton. Eton. He does his name is Eton. It's a book he made called Burlesque. And basically, it's a book about him being a gentleman, how to be a gentleman in an ungentlemanlike world, how to basically talk to people, how to conversate with people, how to understand what their feelings and emotions are. Basically, I reached out to him. We did one video together, and I started doing more with him because basically, at the end of the day, it's like I feel like now, in 2011, it's not a lot of gentlemen. It's like we have a massive
Totally
issue of gentlemen, a massive issue of how men should deal with not only with women but how we deal with each other and how do we how we motivate each other. So that's why I did videos for him, and I did it coinciding with a video with a store called Henry Hubert, and the store is a grooming store for men. So kind of like just putting the two together, kind of like making him a spokesman for the store. Because when you're a cinema major, you have the ability to create something for people, create a brand. Because if you're a good filmmaker, you create something that people want to see over and over again. They want to see, even if something small as a commercial, like the Caveman commercial, like you want to see it over and over again because you know, see what their life is about. Like, you're so interested in it, you want to create something about it. So that's what I do. I try to create film that make people want to see it over and over again in different ways, whether it be, you know, whether it commercials or movies or documentaries. Like, just make them feel like the story is kind of like is basically part of their lives.
Wow, I like that idea about the gentleman. I really like that. I mean,
Yeah.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's fascinating. Have you like entered your films into competitions and stuff?
Not yet.
No?
Not yet. I'm planning on to soon. I just been putting everything together, but I'll definitely do it in the future. It's just everything is coming together slowly but nicely, but I will do it in the future though.
Yeah, I was just thinking maybe maybe you could come back on Planet Glee and show a little bit about that one about the gentleman. I really like that idea. You know.
Yeah, I'll definitely come back in the future.
Cool. And you were saying that right now you're working in Oakland.
Yes.
At an elementary school.
Yes.
And in a class, is it all kids with autism?
Yes.
What do you think about that? Do you think that kids with autism should all be in one class?
Yes, for safety reasons. It's always when you deal with autistic kids, it's for safety reasons. Not only for them, but for other teachers. Because if they do get in the general population, also for themselves too, if they get in the general population and they do hit another kid, the kid may not feel like, oh, because they're autistic, we're going to not hit them. Like, they may hit them back and may do something violent to them. Like, just because they hit, like, some of the kids may want to beat them up, and that's not okay. And also because to keep them safe too. When you're in an autistic class, you have to, what is unique about it compared to other school, like if you're in a regular class, if a kid hits you or beats you up or tries to hit you, you kick them out of class. When you're working with autistic kids, you can't do that. You're stuck with them, and I'm gonna say stuck with them, but you have to deal with them.
Mm-hmm.
You have to deal with them. You have to deal with the child. So that means you have to be creative. You have to figure out how to work with them, how to talk to them, how to deal with them, and how to interact with them. You know, you can't just just dump them. You can't you can't just dump them into the office and wait till their parent comes. Like, they're not gonna leave until the bus comes. The bus drops them off. The bus picks them up. So they're not in between that time. You're basically with the child.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean that you say that you have to be creative. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be creative, very creative. I mean, sometimes the kid may, like we had one kid today. He was, he basically we don't let him near the computer because he may do something to it. He kicked it last time, and we let him watch it, but we didn't want to let him watch it because he kind of did something violent to a kid. So we put him in the corner, but he didn't want to stay in the corner, so we had to figure out. So I had to figure out other ways of keeping him safe. I had to give him a pillow, and he bit on it, and he held onto the pillow. Things like that. With other children, I mean, if he did something like that with other children, he would have been in the office. He already been sent home. He'd be in the crying, the parent, principal. But when you work with autistic kids, you have to be creative. You have to deal with it. You have to figure out some way for us to interact with them. We have to figure out services that we can give them. We have to figure out what ways for them to achieve the greatest goal they can achieve.
Sure. I think a lot of people don't know that in the classrooms that you're talking about, that usually those children don't speak at all. Is that true?
Yes. I have one child right now who doesn't speak at all. Only thing she does is laugh and cry and take off her shoe. That's it. Everything. That's the three things she know how to do and eat. but she's smart though. It's like, yeah, she don't speak though. But we try to, you said, be figuring out what ways for her to know what does she want, what does she need, so that way you can give her the best possible quality.
Mm-hmm. So has it made you think about exploring the topic of autism?
A little bit. I have thought about it, like figuring out what would be a documentary about it. It would definitely take if I do it, I'll probably produce it because I know that'll take it's a very extensive project. I mean, basically, it could be, like a year. It's going to probably be, a year-round project, trying to talk to these kids, talk to their parents, and basically interact with them. I could put a crew together and all that, but I mean, me personally, I know it's going to take a lot of work. I definitely like to see it in the future. If I could possible, I'll definitely get a production, like get some, a director or something to do it for me and all that. Like just get somebody to produce it and I just overlook it. But I wouldn't do it personally because I know it'll take a lot of time and effort. Like I'd rather just oversee the project and someone who actually is as passionate as me with the project. Someone who I know, like, okay, that can actually put it together.
Yeah. Hey, Planet Glee Colors, where are you? Would you like to help Leon with this project? Call us up. Ask a question. I think, you're more than welcome to call up. No, that's never a problem here on Planet Glee. But, I think, Leon, how long have you been doing this work?
Since July of last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a year, you'd say?
Yes, a year.
Over a year?
Yeah.
Wow. And what age group?
Kindergarten through second.
Oh, okay. Right. Wow. I think, was something flashing? No. Yes, it was flashing. Hello. Hello, Color. You're on Planet Glee.
What's going on?
No,
I have a question for Leon.
Okay.
Is there such a thing as autistic gentlemen? Or, like he has a little hat on? Does that exist? Quick question.
Thank you, Color.
It's possible. It's possible.
See?
It's possible. I think Holly Robinson's Pete son is actually autistic. Holly Robinson, the woman off Hingham and Cooper, her son's autistic. I think he's a gentleman. I've seen him talk before, so I think he's a gentleman. So yeah.
Does he wear a little hat?
I think he I think he does. I think he does. I think he does wear a hat.
I don't know how the hat got in there with autism, but because gentlemen's wear.
If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator.
Thank you for your help.
If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator.
Do you think she has autism?
If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again.
Over and over.
If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, it's my problem. There we go. Jennifer, what were you doing? Anyway, Leon, I just have an interlude here. Would you like some Glee gum?
Yeah, what? Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that's where I got my name originally, as about 11 years ago. Thanks.
Huh.
Yeah, I was about to do this show called The Bro Judd on Love Energy Show.
Yeah.
This was about in 1999, 2000. And a friend of mine was with me. And he said, oh, well, you have to have a name, for the show.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to use my name, So I said, okay, well, let's say Jennifer. And then, I had this gum, and I said, okay, how about Glee? And that's where the Jennifer Glee came from. Long before Yoo-Hoo, long before that show, Glee. This was way before that. So I'm the first Glee, and I'm not in a Glee club either. I'm not a Glee club kind of person. Please. Anyway, so where were we? We were talking about some fascinating stuff. I think the being creative part is and teaching kids who are developmentally delayed, right?
Yeah.
When they come in, they're 5 years old, but maybe developmentally they may not be exactly at 5.
Yeah.
So, and they have a lot of energy. And do you use augmentative communication devices where they like push a button and they can say, I want, to help them communicate if they're not speaking?
Well, we use a Starfall. Starfall is like Starfall. It's like the biggest thing. Starfall. We also we use PECs. We don't have like the real life thing. We should get iPad. Hopefully, maybe out the fundraising iPads for him. I think that'd be good for him. Cause I did see one teacher. It wasn't my he wasn't my teacher, but he got iPads for his kids, and I like that. It was dope, and I think that when you look at like with me, we use PECs, we use stuff like that. Like I want and make sure that they can talk. For certain people that can't talk, we just give like you said, we just give PECs, kind of like a low technology thing. It's pretty much the same thing, but it gets the point across.
Yeah, PECs is the picture exchange.
Yep.
Communication thing. Yeah. Do you find because I've heard that if you teach kids how to play with each other, I think that's something else too that we do with kids with autism, right?
Yes. Yeah, we do that too, but it depends on the kid.
Right.
Some kids like to play by themselves. Some kids like to play with adults more than play with other kids. So it all depends on the child and what they want, what they need.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's really cool that you do that. I'm wondering, what do you think about food rewards?
Oh yeah, we do food rewards. That actually works. I mean, kids need food. I mean, some kids want food all the time, so it's like that definitely is needed. I mean, if the kids want food, we'll give it to them. Shy away from it. I think it's a good thing that they, if a kid wants the food, then we'll give it to them. I think it's a necessity. Like one girl, she likes, Doritos, and another boy we have too likes Doritos. So if we give them Doritos, we do. I think that's a good thing. It's a good thing. Yes. And
since you're an artist, do you get to do art with the kids?
Well, I mean, I consider cinema. I consider cinema art, but I'm really artistic. I'm not the arts and craft person. I painted a white wall. I think that's like the biggest art and craft project I've ever done in my life. But I ain't. I don't really do the arts and crafts with them. I do mostly making sure they do their work and making sure that they stay safe. Arts and arts and craft. I remember drawing some in my 6th grade class. It was for Nesbitania, and it was terrible. And the teacher asked everybody what was that. Like she put it on for everybody, and it was disastrous. I didn't raise my hand. I just got the F. So I'm not dick. I don't mess with that. I don't mess with arts and crafts. It's just it ain't my graph. I mean, I did take a animation class once. It was cool. I liked it, but I'm not into arts and crafts. But they do a lot of arts and crafts. Haven't played